Okay, this video is going to be quick and brief, and while this is mostly towards Nintendo fans, this is really a thing for other communities too. Do we all know the definition of a rumor? I mean that, by the way. Do you guys fully and genuinely know of the word rumor and what it means? Because I'll give you a refresher. Rumor, a currently circulating story or report of uncertain or doubtful truth. Uncertain or doubtful truth. It's not confirmed nor proven real. But the common thing with Nintendo fans in particular is that their expectations and hopes are based solely off those rumors, and people get even more disappointed and upset because that rumor or supposed leak isn't actually true. That's not Nintendo's fault. Half of it's not just your own for taking bold claims at face value, which anyone can literally do, but also because of said leakers and inside inspective sleuths spreading information. But here's what gets me. I hate leakers and people who gossip about these rumors, not just because of setting expectations to varying degrees, but for the sheer fact that if they get 20 to 40% of their supposed leaks right, they're somehow reliable despite getting multiple things wrong multiple times. Whether you have background info or a history of being linked with an inside source or not, you're guessing about as well and or educated as everyone else. For example, Emily Rogers is a popular inside leaker in Nintendo's community for spreading a lot of supposed info. At the moment, she's sharing the belief that Smash Bros. Is coming to the Switch in fall of 2018, but whatever form it takes, port, semi-sequel, or full sequel is undetermined. For one thing, this is coming from a source that's been proven inaccurate over and over again. Emily Rogers was wrong about female Link in Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild having full voice acting, Mother 3 coming to the Wii U twice, GTA 5 coming to Wii U, Soul Calibur 5 coming to Wii U, Paper Mario and Animal Crossing States on the 3DS, Super Mario Odyssey being a launch title, Splatoon being ported and a launch title, Skyward Sword being a launch window title for Switch, and more supposed claims to be true. Another example, Laura Kate Dale. She was wrong about Super Mario Odyssey being a launch title, Splatoon being a ported launch title, Skyrim being a launch title, Mario plus Rabbids being a launch title, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Smash Bros, and Mario Maker being ported to Switch in 2017, Breath of the Wild coming later in 2017, Pokemon Stars being a summer title, Pikmin 4 being a reboot and released in 2017, Mother 3 coming to Switch, Miiverse returning to Switch, Virtual Console coming soon, and more. Anyone remember the Pokemon Stars show? How that went out? A week before E3, Pokemon released the Direct, and practically 80% of viewers were expecting Pokemon Stars to be an updated Sun and Moon port coming to Switch, and a majority were so upset and vocal, Pokemon Company literally came out to E3 to confirm that a Pokemon game is coming to the Switch, all because of a stupid rumor. Are you kidding me? People were also believing in the false claim that Super Mario Odyssey was going to be a launch title and Breath of the Wild was going to be a later release. Despite the vast amount of advertisement, marketing, gameplay, and confirmed information Breath of the Wild had at the time, oh no, it's going to be released later, while this new Mario game that only has a single trailer is going to be coming out in 2 months. Are you kidding me? Lastly, does anyone remember the Gamatsu leak? Back before Smash 4 was announced in 2013, and this random guy, either from Reddit or 4chan, I don't remember, predicted Mega Man, Villager, Wii Fit Trainer, Little Mac, a Pokemon from XY, which ended up being Greninja, Pac-Man, the Mii's, and up until the following summer, he immediately got debunked because he predicted Chrome, but Robin came in instead, and the trailer highlighted how Chrome was not in Smash 4. Why did he get suddenly debunked, yet despite these other sources being wrong multiple times, they're still being given credit and viability? And another thing while we're on topic, Emily mentioned Smash is coming to Switch without any leads as to what form it'll take. That's not a statement a lot of fans have not surmised at this point. We all know Smash is coming to the Switch. It's only a matter of time. It makes sense for it to be released this fall while Nintendo launches their online service. Smash is the strongest game to help encourage people to invest in that, let alone the system itself. But who's to say they don't have some other game in store for it to do so? Pokemon's coming to Switch either late this year or early next year, and it being one of the biggest franchises Nintendo has to offer, it's definitely going to attract a major audience. But even then, the release window is rumor as well. What about some other franchise coming to the Switch, either already established or entirely new? We don't know. With Nintendo, we do not know. But let me clarify, we're also talking about a fandom where, despite Nintendo announces a new product aimed generally for kids, and it being a smart idea nonetheless, some adults still complain and feel they're getting ripped off at the end. Just because these people get 20% of their guesses right doesn't make them any more intelligible or educated as any other Nintendo fan. Even then, that 20% is something many other well-known fans and not so well-known fans guess often depending on the circumstance. Why are leakers still being displayed as credible sources when they, upon many others, have been wrong about multiple things multiple times? Wake up and smell the coffee. Remember how often these people have either been true to every word they utter or invalid in their claims. I'm not trying to insinuate harm on these people, just watch what you say and watch what you read. What's more, remember what these are at the end of the day. Rumors. Don't invest any stock in them. This sets up disaster and spoils a few rare surprises even. It's nice to dream, but don't let that cloud your judgment. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Stay super.